World's fastest bumper car update. Welcome back to Bumper 200. Everything's turned upside down again. And it turns out my drawing was quite accurate, actually. Yeah, look, wheels are exactly that size, and that's where they'll fit nicely. And the back ones, yes, likewise. So that's all good. So we got 21.5 between the wheels for the hubs. And it's all about the measuring, which are currently 27. So that means we got to cut 6 inches out of that shaft. And I had previously estimated 7. Erring on the side of caution, as I remember, which is probably a good thing to do. And then from the front, using that same axle for the time being, obviously not for reality, because we wouldn't be able to steer it, would we? Yeah, it doesn't look bad, you know, as it is, which is ridiculous, because we calculated 23-inch track, alright, and that's currently 27. I know it overlaps considerably, but we're not going to end up with as little as 23. Maybe we will. 4 inches off each side. Yeah, that's about right, actually. Anyway, that old racing seat came in handy. You can see better from this kind of distance point of view, which I'll zoom in on the video, obviously, that, yeah, the overhang on the body is going to help us a lot there. Anyway, back to the back, and I'm going to go with my original 7 inches out. So that'll be the next job for Chris and Adam at TAC Fabrication, and we can double check it when we get the chassis back, because that's when they'll pick up the axle, so that all works very well. And then there's this from my good friend Mr. Schneeberger, one of our donors and supporters. Yes, a suitcase. So, yeah, that's on the list, world's fastest suitcase. Let's get one under our belt first, though, right? Yes, I've been cutting things out. Good old 1960s fiberglass, no health hazard there. So I have cut the slots for the wheels, which may well need further modification. In case you didn't get what I was waffling on about before, now you can see, for real, how that's given us a lot of extra space up front. Yeah. See what I mean? And I have unveiled the donor vehicle. Yes, I know, it's a bit sad, doesn't it? I mean, it's a pretty cool looking motorbike. So I can't show you for real because it involves wedging it in there and balancing one with your knee and the other one with the other hand while you do the measurements. But our 23, so that's 19 plus 3 for the tape measure itself, is the actual axle measurement. So that's pretty good, pretty well sussed from the start. So good, so we're going to take out 7 inches out of that axle. So looking at the front again, I think we need to allow an inch in, right? So we got a little bit of turn on the wheel. Yeah, just need a little bit. This ain't no London cab. That means that the outside of the tyre is going to be pretty much where that little bit of fiberglass is that's left. It's all about the measuring. See, I was right again. 20-inch track. Sweet, not as stupid as I look. Anyway, back on the tyres. They look good enough for 125 miles an hour to me. I've done it on worse. Anyway, the only people that seem to have any concern at the moment about the tyres are my good friends Sandro and my godson Luca, who are crazy enough to race one of these. Yes, a Citroen 2CV. So I don't know what you're worried about in terms of safety. We are proceeding with the dismantling. We have the gear shift off, we have the gear chain cover off, we have the rear peg off, And it looks fairly simple. I'm thinking it's literally that bolt. No, that's the seat. So it's literally those two. Maybe something down here. Got to hold it in at the back. Same both sides. Motor drops out. Need an engine crane. Had an engine crane. Took it to Ricky Boobies for the race car. Glad to get rid of it. Need it back. Tearing this apart is breaking my heart. A lot of work went into this, and even into stupid little things like that. Yeah, that took ages to get that right. Get something to fit, get something to work. Yeah, so we do some serious stuff here as well. So if you haven't checked out any of the other builds and custom bikes and cars and whatever, I urge you to do so, and I urge you to subscribe. And of course, I urge you to encourage others to watch my lunacy. Anyway, enough of that. Let's get on with it. Talking of which, I think the next thing is to take the exhaust off. And that in itself was an epic journey to try and get the old exhaust studs out. Yes, several episodes. I have a lot of episodes. Anyway, unfortunately, I think to do that we need to take the cooling system off first, and that means draining it and all that palaver. I guess the upside is that we could always put it back together again after we've broken the world record and we convert the bumper car to Tesla power or whatever, rocket power, whatever we're going to do. Anyway, yeah, this is not necessarily the end of the R6. Meantime, this is an interesting bottle of wine, because this here is a cicada, or a cicada if you're English, the likes of which I was introduced to by my father when he brought me one home in a case to mount on the wall. They're enormous, and we have them here in Arizona. They're extraordinarily loud, and I've checked them out with my decibel meter, and they're almost as loud as the Ducati exhaust pipe. They're over 100 decibels. Yes, and it kind of sounds like a rattle, so much so that when my friend Ryan moved here, he was afraid to get out of the bus because he thought the noise was rattlesnakes, and he was scared to get out of the bus. Anyway, I digress. Custom baffles. I'm remembering the trouble I went to with this bike. And while we're on the arse end, the exhaust side of things, I found this today. An amazing product from Germany to create custom exhaust. So that might come in handy. Ah yes, the joys of electrics of a modern motorcycle. ECU regulator, I just put in my pocket. Yes, relays. Somewhere in here there is even a sensor, which may be why the damn thing isn't starting, to make sure it's kind of not too far leaned over. I think that might be the culprit there. No, that's a relay. Anyway, look at all that. What the hell? We don't need all that. There, that's much better. That's proper entrails. Yeah, so that's all the complications on a modern motorcycle. And if you think that's bad, you want to look at your car. Anyway, yeah, we've kind of got everything electrical disconnected that we need to. So this is all about actually a teardown with a minimum of destruction. For the possibility of a rebuild in the future. Removing the clutch cable, lining up the slots, giving it a little tug, pull it out, one cable, free and clear. So nothing complicated there then. Much. Well, this is all very well and good, But where's the chassis, I hear you ask? Well, that's a bloody good question. No, it's not in Coney Island. Yes, Adam and Chris are working on it this and next week, so we should have an update next time around, and we should be taking delivery of it. So that'll be exciting, so stay tuned. And if you haven't already, subscribe. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, and of course encourage others to watch my lunacy.